Look at the six behind you. You have to stand out to win this.
Absolutely.
Are you back to win?
I'm back to win.
Watch your back.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you're up first.
It's so important to cook with your heart in this competition, and my heart went into this. I hope the judges see that. So I made a play on a Filipino classic. It's called Sotanghon. Traditionally, it's made with chicken, and today I used the squab. I also used mung bean and a cricket squab skin chicharron on top of the noodles, and also the enoki mushrooms.
You really used a lot of those sustainable ingredients. I like the way it looks. The only thing I would have done differently here is I would have sliced the squab and placed it on top of the noodles, because right now it's drowning in a hot stock, and you can see that it's overcooking.
Yeah.
Wow. It's another knockout from you. I love the fact that the squab is only seasoned with salt because it allows the other flavors to really shine. The noodles perfectly cooked, the broth, so many layers in it. Delicious. Thank you.
Thank you, chef.
Noodle soup is the ultimate comfort food.
100%.
Do you think I'm gonna get that ultimate comfort?
I hope so, chef.
Okay. Oh, I would say more than pleasantly surprised. I like it because it's very clean, and using the pressure cooker was a fantastic idea. You're able to extract all that flavor. Overall, I like the effort. This is the food for the future, and your future is bright.
Thank you, chef. I feel so good right now. I got to stick to my roots, and they loved the flavors. I'm pretty proud right now.
Andy, please bring your dish up for tasting.
I'm looking around the room, and everyone's dishes are spectacular. That's what's making me nervous. But I know it's really delicious. Today I prepared salmon fish cakes with my interpretation of a pico de gallo and a smoky chipotle aioli. The lingonberry jam is also underneath, kind of as a surprise.
Presentation-wise, I don't think it's your best plating, and I think you know that.
Yeah.
I hope it tastes better than it actually looks. It's a very good salmon cake. I love the flavors of it. I like the depth and richness of those flavors. Those flavors are not overly fighting with the salmon. That's the trick to a really good salmon cake. And the little garnishes add that zing, such as the refreshing dragon fruit. You know, I think the plating is something that could have enhanced this final presentation so much more.
Yeah.
Andy, I'm gonna be blunt and honest. I don't like the presentation. At this stage of the competition, I would be concerned about presentation.
Absolutely.
All right? Well, the fish cake is nice and moist. And it's well seasoned, well balanced. So I like the use of the spice, I like the use of the heat, and the lingonberry sweetness actually provides a relief from all that spice. But look at the six behind you. You have to stand out to win this.
Absolutely.
Are you back to win?
I'm back to win.
Watch your back.
Yeah. Feeling a little bit defeated right now, just seeing who's also left in the competition.
Taya, you're up next.
I did a pan-seared salmon, tempura'd squash blossoms, some puffed wild rice, sweet potato puree, and I dipped the crickets in the chocolate. It's kind of like the mud in a forest. You know, you got little bugs in the mud.
I think this plate looks terrific. It's certainly restaurant quality plating. It looks inviting. It looks colorful. And what was the cook you're hoping for on this beautiful piece of salmon?
I'm hoping for a medium rare.
Is that what I'm going to see here, Taya?
I sure hope so.
Well, let's see.
If I overcooked this salmon, I'm basically buying my one-way ticket out this door.
Look at that. That is as close to medium rare as I think you could have gotten it. That salmon tastes as if it was just pulled out of the ocean. It is so fresh, so clean, and so natural. That sweet potato sauce, it makes the perfect backfoil for a salmon dish like this because it adds that next layer of sort of creamy mouthfeel. It's a cook that shows incredible promise.
Thank you.
I've never had chocolate-covered crickets on salmon. I would never combine chocolate and salmon, but I'm glad you did. It's a really great balance. It's unexpected. The one thing I have to comment on is the fish, I believe, is under-seasoned. You could use a little more sea salt. Definitely not perfect, but bold.
Thanks. I really need to win one, or like get top 3 or something. I'm hoping that this dish will do that.
May!
I have squab and beets. I use the beet greens, cactus fruit, mustard, lingonberry jam, and some watercress for garnish.
The plating, I like. The color shining through from the beetroot is very pleasing to the eye. Now, the cook on the squab.
So it's going for a rare.
It's definitely rare. The only thing I didn't want to see when I cut into this is that cap.
Yeah.
You didn't render it long enough.
No.
It's a good combination. When you cook it rare, it gets very gamey. And the caramelization from the sauce and the lingonberry balance the flavor. The dish is good, but is it good enough?
Christopher, you're up next.
I was inspired by the cricket. The puree on the bottom is a spring onion and pea puree. On top, you have a medley of mushrooms. We have braised morels, confit chanterelles, and fried enoki.
Great plating.
Thank you, Chef.
It's playful, but it also is reminiscent of your last dessert presentation. The flavors are very bold. The wonderful savory pea, the little spring onion. There is something in there that has a real umami hit to it.
It might be the morel soil.
Ah, okay. And how did you make that?
Olive oil, morels, flour, and ground cricket to bring some nuttiness.
It is a beautiful presented dish, lots of great flavors, incredible technique, and I hope that you're able to continue to create exciting food like this for us on an ongoing basis.
Thank you, Chef.
Andre, you're up next.
I have a cricket-crusted salmon with a pumpkin curried sauce, grilled Napoli's cactus, and baked okras.
I like the presentation. What's in the pumpkin sauce?
The mustard, salted cod caviar, and curry.
There's a very intense flavor. Something's making it very salty. It might be the caviar. Did you also apply salt to the sauce?
Yes, I did.
It's a common mistake. I'm gonna try it and see how it all works together. I like it. Like, I wish there was another element to it, something citrusy. I think overall the dish is on the right path, but you need to really control your seasoning.
I will, Chef.
Wow. I think the cactus really went well with the curry because it's got that silky, smooth, sticky to it, and the curry really gives a nice balance to it. The salmon, it's a tad overcooked. You cover the salmon, the cricket, to make it crispier. But you would need a lot of crickets in there to make this crispy. If you put lots of seeds, lots of nuts in there, and then take the cricket, add it on top, it would have been a better solution. Overall, it's quite a tasty dish, but it needs a little bit more. Please go back.
I don't feel amazing. I feel okay. I was going for simplicity, but I feel like I still should have pushed it a little more.
Andrew, please bring up your dish.
I want to win this one real bad because these flavors I put on the plate are representative of what my mom has taught me. And she's the inspiration for why I cook in the first place. Today I've prepared for you cricket-crusted salmon and chickpea puree. I pickled the wild rice in fennel pollen and the grainy mustard, and I made a beet cricket to wheel to garnish the plate with.
The presentation is really terrific. It is eye-catching, colorful, intriguing. So I'm delighted to see that you've been able to up your plating game.
Thank you, chef.
The cook on the salmon, what are we hoping for?
Medium rare?
Let's see if you achieved that. Looks good to me. Spot on.
Thank you, chef.
It's a delight to eat. It really is. The salmon is so very moist and flavorful. And your hummus has a nice Middle Eastern, North African flavor to it.
Yeah.
And just that hint of smokiness. Really well executed, and you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you, chef. I was very happy with this dish.
It's a beautiful dish.
Thank you.
Really well executed. That hummus is so light. I taste your heritage in it. I taste the drive that you have right now, the focus.
I'm here to win, chef.
Head back to your station.
Thank you, chef. I just hope that my mom would be proud.